We continue with Watsonville City Council District 5. We have Daniel Dodge Sr. running for this seat, and also Mr. Gabriel Gonzalez. Please join us.
I can grab a chair. You can.
Wonderful.
How should we do this?
Me in the middle. Let me have you sit right here. And let me sit in the middle.
Oh, okay. Want me to get you a comfier chair?
No, this is fine. Thank you very much for offering.
You're welcome.
We only have one microphone before we continue with this. I like to remind every candidate we only have 2 minutes. And in these 2 minutes, please tell us something about yourself and something about anything you can think of.
With
I'd
all due
like-
respect, can we begin with my opponent?
Sure. Hold
Since
one
I was the
second.
first opponent to be here, overall, I've been patiently waiting
Sure.
for quite a while.
Mr. Gonzalez, I would like to welcome you on
Thank you
behalf of
very
the
much for
Pajaro
having
Valley
me here.
Democratic Club.
Thank
You for coming. I'm very happy you responded to our questionnaire.
No problem.
And Mr. Dodge, thank you
Thank
so
you very
much for
much.
coming.
Pleasure.
And we would like to begin with you. Remember, it's 2 minutes,
2
and
minutes.
we begin right now.
Good evening. My name is Daniel Dodge. I'm a candidate for City Council in District 5, the City of Watsonville. I'm happy to be here this evening and address this crowd and to be able to speak to community television. I've resided in this county for most of my life. 6 generations of my family have lived here. I'm very grateful to be able to see my sons Daniel and Richard, who are here this evening with me, as long as my wife Maria. My oldest son, our oldest son Andrew, is currently serving in the United States Navy, where he's done 2 tours of the Persian Gulf. Him and his family live in San Diego, where he's in active service. My other son Steve lives here in the community with his companion and his children. I'm ready for City Council tonight because of my commitment to community service. For in service, there's life, and I truly believe that. So I've been endorsed by a variety of leaders in government, business, and throughout the city and the county, and community members also. I've been able to have a great variety of experience. I'm working in a variety of commissions, and I'm on Planning Commission of the City of Watsonville, where I've been able to work on 2 general plans. By my involvement, I was a former member of the Latino Affairs Commission of the County of Santa Cruz. I was able to work on areas that address disproportionate minority confinement in the juvenile halls, youth access to alcohol policies, and I was on the South County Task Force that helped bring the courthouse and the beautiful building that we have right down the street here in the city of Watsonville. I'm honored to be here in front of the Cesar Chavez, Pajaro Valley Cesar Chavez Democratic Club, and I thank you for your time and look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you. We now continue with Mr. Gabriel Gonzalez, candidate to the seat of District 5.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for having me here. I was not invited to the 2008 forum on time. On 2004, I was not invited. We all know how Politics 101 in Watsonville work, so let's not play the game. And if your club cannot get a meeting started on time, with all due respect, that is the same delay that the people of not only District 5, but the entire community are complaining about. It is frustrating to them. I am endorsed by teachers. I am endorsed by no unions. I don't care to be. And I know I'm not walking out here with your endorsement, but I am endorsed by teachers, local teachers. I am endorsed by law enforcement. I just want to thank you for having me here, and I look very, very forward to answering all of your questions.
Thank you so much for introducing yourself to us. We would like to begin with asking each of you, are you a registered Democrat? Senor Gonzalez.
Even before I became a U.S. citizen, I was brought to this country at the age of 4. Even before I became a U.S. citizen, I knew I was going to be a Democrat. I have been, I am and will continue to be a Democrat. However, your club has been very one-sided and divisive towards all of my campaigns. To answer your question, yes, I am a registered Democrat.
Senor Dodge, are you a registered Democrat?
Thank you very much. I am a registered Democrat since I was 18 years old. I'm a former member of the Central Committee of the Democratic Party here in Santa Cruz County, representing the 4th District. I've ran the United Democratic campaign here in Watsonville in the year 2000, where we set new standards for the way we run political campaigns here in the Pajaro Valley. I've worked for assembly campaigns for Lily Cervantes and Simon Salinas in the past. I'm a former staff member for Bill Monty for the 27th Assembly campaign. In 2008, I worked on the Obama campaign out of Carson City, Nevada, in a swing county, in a swing state. And I've just finished up this working on John Leonard's State Senate campaign as a staff member, where our campaign was successful here in the city of Watsonville, where John won 3-1 against his opponent. I am the Democratic candidate who has been active in Democratic politics in this race. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Since the microphone is here, I would like to ask, what are your qualifications for this office, and what is your education background?
I attended public school in the city of Santa Cruz. I graduated from Santa Cruz High. I attended San Jose State. I graduated out of Santa Clara University School of Law, the paralegal program, where I have a certified paralegal with a background in municipal and governmental law. I worked several years for the renowned voting rights attorney, Joaquin Avila, where I worked on 4 lawsuits that have reached the Supreme Court of the United States. As I mentioned earlier, I've experience on the Planning Commission in defining land use issues. I was a founding member of the Pajaro Valley Community Health Trust, where we created, when the Watsonville Community Hospital was a public hospital that was sold to a for-profit company, we created a trust where I was on the Grants Review Committee. We were able to actually fund nonprofits and organizations that dealt with health issues here in the Pajaro Valley. Currently, I'm on the board of the community television. I want to bring this experience to be able to serve my community in the role of city council.
Mr. Gonzalez, what are your qualifications for this office, and what is your educational background?
My educational background, well, let me begin by saying that I am an elected delegate for the 28th Assembly District. As far as education, I attended all local schools, attended Cabrillo College, School of Business and Technology, and I've been a licensed real estate agent since 1997. It doesn't only give me an insight as to my previous district, District 1, gives me an insight to District 5 and the city as a whole.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Our next question, I'm going to say and ask, what are your priorities? What are your goals for the first 2 years in office? I'm sure every Watsonville resident would like to know, every Watsonville resident, not just from District 1, 3, 4, 5, but all of Watsonville. So what are your priorities and goals for the first 2 years in office, Mr. Gonzalez?
For my first 2 years in office, every time that there's an election, people politicize, but it never gets actualized. Jobs, downtown. Who here can raise their hand and say they've operated a business downtown? My wife and I operated the old Miramar, 6,500 square feet, and I've never worked so hard to lose so much money. Who here can tell me that they've actually operated a business downtown? And we did this while the economy was booming. I can just imagine what businesses are currently going through now. And I don't have to tell you, just walk. Before Mr. Chattanooga showed up next door Chattanooga, sorry, sir. Before he walked in next door to El Gruyense, there's just one other table and myself. When they can seat 100 people, that's a very visible indication of what businesses are going through. They're suffering. So it is jobs, it is reducing crime, and definitely it is our downtown. From a real estate agent perspective, the city should buy the Redmond House. If the city is going to get selective on who they want to develop the Red Roof Inn, and if they say that that is a gateway to Watsonville, why not bring in tourism? We need tourism. If somebody gets off that freeway, whether it be to pump gas, or to go to the Redmond House, or to eat at whatever restaurant the selective council decides they want to develop, maybe those people will stay over if they're tired at the Red Roof Inn. Let's get realistic. Let's bring money into our community.
Thank you.
Jobs.
Senor Dodge, what are your priorities?
Thank you very much, Ms. Garcia. Of course, economic development is what we're looking at here in the Pajaro Valley. My priority would be to continue what we're doing with the city as we're looking into the property of the Manabi Owl and how that's moving along. We have the potential to bring in biomedical jobs, green technology jobs here in the city of Watsonville by planning for the future. We have to retain our small businesses and have the city provide support staffs, whether it be through business planning or even assistance in applying for whatever kind of tax assistance they could be. We have an enterprise zone here in the city of Watsonville, and we need to be able to utilize it to its fullest. 50% of the jobs in Watsonville do not belong to the residents of the city of Watsonville. So I think that that's a fact that we really need to be able to look in how the stimulus money that's coming down from the federal government and from the federal government, half of it has never been applied for or utilized because of the challenges that municipalities were facing through this current economic crisis. Public safety and maintaining the neighborhood services that we have, the division of the city. National Night Out is a great success here, and that shows that we're able to expand our neighborhood watch programs and to be able to have our seniors feel safe in their own communities. Also, our library services, maintaining those in the city of Watsonville. We're able to, we have a lot of homes in Watsonville that still do not have internet access. So we need to be able, we're in a community where we have a third of our population and they're 18 years old. We need to be able to protect those library services we have. I would seek to work to continue in collaboration with nonprofits and the business community to be able to help build bridges throughout the county so that we can have an active economic development policy in the city.
Since I have the microphone here with you, Mr. Dodge, I would like to ask, what will you do to support Democrats of the Pajaro Valley if elected?
Well, that's an interesting question. I believe that as I mentioned earlier about John Laird's race being 3-1 here in the city of Watsonville, I've been very fortunate that the members of my staff and my campaign committee are under 30 years old. They've taught me a lot of things, but also that we need to be able to reach to that population in our community, to be able to have young leadership become involved in our party and feel that they have a place and a role in it. I believe through citizenship drives, we need to be more active with those in our community, with also in the voter registration. And I would like to be encourage mentorships where we can reach out to government service classes and bring in a generation of young Democrats.
Thank you. I pass the microphone to you, Mr. Gonzalez. I would like to know, what will you do to support Democrats in the Pajaro Valley?
Well, that is somewhat of a difficult question. We have a current club now here in Watsonville. I've never really expected the Pajaro Chavez Democratic, Cesar Chavez Democratic Club endorsement. I think we need to form maybe another club so that we can build a bridge and not just convey to North County what South County wants to convey. I feel North County Democrats are not being disclosed all the truth that they should know about South County. And that really leaves us shorthanded.
Thank you. Since I have the microphone, I proceed with the last question, and that is, why do you believe you are the best candidate for that position?
I believe I am the best candidate because of my experience. I don't have to be a planning commissioner. I don't have to have a PhD. It just takes light common sense to get things done, and it takes a will. Change is not just past due. It is just. People are asking for it. People have been very receptive to me, and I'm looking forward to this campaign. I really am. I've been a realtor for quite a while, and I'm not just limited to District 5, or I'm not just limited to unions. I've been a past union member. My wife is a current union member, and I will work with any group that I need to work with to get things done here in the city. I am open-minded, not one-sided. Everybody knows how Watsonville politics 101 runs. Let's not play the part.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Mr. Dodge, please tell us, why do you believe you are the best candidate for the position?
Thank you very much, Ms. Garcia. I believe I'm the best candidate for the position because of the work that I put into the community to be able to understand the issues. I've been able to function in municipal government for more than a few years on a level where I've been able to communicate with public officials, community members, and to be able to run public meetings at a level that they function well and the voice of the people can be allowed to address government and have accessibility. I have worked hard to educate myself both academically and both the participation in public meetings and in government. I am excited about this campaign, where we actually get to do the work that local campaigns can do, connect with voters, talk to people, walk precincts, and show that democracy is alive and well in Watsonville. I think all these assets and attributes that I bring to the table, including my dedication to this community, would allow me to be the best voice for District 5.
Thank you very much. With this, we have ended our forum for the endorsement questionnaire for the November 3rd general election. On behalf of the Pajaro Valley, Cesar, Chavez, and McCruff, and all of its members, I would like to wish everyone good luck this November with the races, and whoever it wins, let's remember what this country is all about. It's about democracy, it's about sharing, it's about believing that we can all work together to make sure Watsonville continues to grow and be successful within the Santa Cruz County and California and beyond. Thank you all for coming.